What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Subsistence. We're back on that survival game grind. I apologize for not playing as many survival games as I have. I just needed kind of a break. When you play the same thing over and over and over, even if it's the same genre and it's just like different games, you tend to get a little bit bored of it. But we're jumping back into Subsistence, which we haven't played in over a year. And there's been tons and tons of updates. We're going to be playing from beginning to end with a lightly edited format. So let's jump into the game. Here's the menu. Our name is Royal, of course. We're going to click on solo game and we're going to start on normal. I don't want to go hardcore or anything. If there's something that you guys would like to see is me play on hardcore and rage and rip my hair out, that's something that we can do in the near future. But for right now, we're going to stick with normal and jump in that way. Let's go ahead and start the game. As always, since we're just jumping into a new game, please leave a like if you want the series to continue, as well as pressing on that subscribe button and notification icon to be notified whenever a new Subsistence video goes live. If you guys don't know what this game is about, it's kind of a semi-original survival game. I use the word semi because, you know, most survival games have a lot of things in common. They all have, you know, eating, sleeping, building, etc. So in this game, what is your main enemy is the environment and the hunters in which are building in your environment. So these hunters will build bases and attack you periodically while you are trying to build up your base. There's like a whole power generation system. There's a whole bunch of really cool, different, exciting things that are in this game that we will get to in the future. So as of right now, what we really need to do is just avoid the crap out of any creatures that are in the area. We just need to loot up some boxes and get a base going. So that's what we're going to do. So I read a few of the most recent patches, and the biggest one is a bunch of huge map changes. There has been a lot of map changes. Hi, little chickadee. I don't need chickadee right now. Stay away from me, wolf. There's been a huge map change, and we're going to be looking around in some of these new areas and probably building our base in one of these new areas as well. I haven't really found too many boxes or anything in the area, which kind of stinks. Maybe I'll just start whacking a tree for a hot minute. I do see the water over there, which, as I explained before, is something new to the map. So we're going to go check that out real quick. Goody, 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 goodies. Give me some goodies in these bins. Hello? Anything good? There's just going to be, like, more nails and stuff. Yeah, more nails and scrap, you know. It adds up, though. It's all stuff that we possibly need. We also need to keep our eyes out for a voice crack on the loose. Have you guys seen or heard a voice crack? I haven't, personally. But we're actually looking for, like, medical herbs and plant fibers as we run around as well. And we need lots of those, so I'm probably going to be running past 100 of them because I have the worst eyesight known to mankind. As you can tell, I do wear an extra set of eyes on my face, and those extra set of eyes don't exactly even make my sight that much better. I'm still pretty much blind, so keep that in mind. Let's get all our oohs and ahs out now. Look how beautiful this water looks. Honestly, it's a semi-bare bones game, but I know where they're going with it, and it runs so much better than I remember. And I really like this coast here, but I want to find maybe like over there, it looks like a really nice spot to build. But like I said, we need to continue to just kind of build up our materials and make sure we have enough items before we start building. Stay away from me, wolf. I want no business with you, even if you are a level 1 little noob, all right? Even if you are a stinky, smelly wolf. Ooh, I see a new pretty, I think it's a deer or something. I see it. I see him. Hello! No, don't run away from me. I want to see how majestic and awesome you are, please. Well, he's gone. But you can kind of see him. More oohs and ahs. Just like this new water and the new deer. I love it. I love it. It's great. So we're not doing the best on supplies. I have been doing a little bit of searching around, but I do still want to kind of look for my build location. And I'm pretty sure we can swim. Moment of truth. All right. Crack the knuckles, stretch the arms out. You got to do those, what's that weird thing Michael Phelps does with his arms? I don't know what the heck he does. You guys can Google it. It's freaking ridiculous. Ha! Oh, so we can swim now. Ah. How peaceful. Hopefully there's no piranhas or sharks or anything. I've had enough sharks for one month with the amount of sharks I had to deal with in Raft. All right, give me some of that. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Give me that. None of that. Some of this. Some of this. Some of that. Some of this. Some of that. We need to get as much as we possibly can. And yoink. And no more yoinks available. That's unfortunate. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, we may have found our build location, I think. I really like waterfalls. I tend to always build near a waterfall whenever I get the chance. because they're just nice, and you have that running water vibe to make you have to go pee every 15 minutes of recording, and, you know, and make sure that you can catch some salmon. I don't know if there's actually salmon in this game. I'm just kind of making stuff up as I go. Isn't that what commentary is, though, on YouTube? Just kind of make stuff up as you go. What's that over there? That looks like a good bin full of things. Full of stuffing things. Shout out to Slipgator. Always stuffing things to be found everywhere. Always. Some feathers inside a bag. Not sure why they did that, but I guess you gotta store them somewhere. So this is nice, but it is kind of loud. Not sure if I'm a fan. I kind of want to be near the river, maybe just near the river, but maybe not near the waterfall. I kind of like that cliffside I was on before. Ooh, this is an ammo bin, the gun bin. This could give us some goodies. Yeah, give us some more ammo, which is great. You guys can tell that there's a stamina bar and a health bar in the bottom right-hand corner. It looks like we've lost a little bit of health. I'm not sure how or why, but we have. Another bag here. I think I want to build, like, right here. This is a really nice spot. We have the overview of the lake. We're right next to the river. And we're not far from what I believe is the snow biome, which I think you can go to now. I'm not 100% certain, but it's like we're kind of in between all the biomes. It's a really nice spot. So let's begin our building adventure here. I don't know what we're going to need to build. It also seems like there's not too many hostels. Not too many hostels in the area. So the AI that comes out, the hunters that come out, will not come out until you start building your base. So we need to use that to our advantage and not build our base right away. We need to make sure we have enough supplies to build a half-decent base before those hunters start coming out. So we need to keep that in mind. A lot of wood from that tree. Kind of crazy. So we're just going to gather some wood and see what we need to build. So as I went in my inventory screen, I actually see we have like a slight tutorial on the side, which is really nice for someone that's just entering into the game after so many updates. So it wants us to get 4 more fibers. We need to craft 5 cordage, 5 planks, foundation wall, place a base command unit. And then there's a keeping fed option, which is also purify dirty water on the fire, pick kelp from the lakes, craft a bow, hunt a small animal with the bow, cook meat on the fire, kill a predator, butcher a predator. We'll start by finding a few more fibers. I bet if I looked really carefully with my eyeballs, I should be able to find 4 more fibers. That way we can keep on track with the beginning quest. Ooh, look at that. Like an ore on this rock or something? I'm assuming I can't mine it with an axe. Oh, maybe I can. I can mine an ore with an axe. I don't know if it's going to give it to me. Kind of hope it does. I mean, if you think about it, you might need to mine something with an axe before you can just craft, like, the iron. Oh, it broke. Maybe there's a chance that I can get it, but I didn't. Oh my god, look how much easier it is to find plant fibers in the snow biome. They just stick out. You can't miss them. You can't miss them. So that's great. I'm going to come up to the snow biome for fibers. Actually, for everything. You see that box up there, too? I saw a box up here. It's like you could run around in the snow biome, no problem. You got to be careful, because there is a temperature in the top left-hand corner. I'm assuming if that temperature does get too low, we will either die or start dying. So we need to keep that in mind. We got a little bit of biodiesel or biofuel or whatever the heck that is. But now that I look around, we have not explored, like, any of this map. I don't know if it's the best idea to settle down quite yet. Something about that island screams to me like I want to build on that island and just build, like, a nice little bridge across and, you know, have a nice little home, nice little homey home right there. And it's close enough to the snow biome where I can run up there for plant fibers pretty easily. This is more of like a stream, like a very light stream on both sides. I guess this hill here kind of does make the terrain not as easy to navigate, but I'm thinking about building there. I really just can't decide, man. I can't decide. All right, now that we've collected the correct amount of fibers that the game wants us to collect, it wants to craft some cordage. So we'll start with some cordage, and I don't know how to, oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exactly what you wanted. And it also wants us to craft some planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count just like the bird from the Tootsie Roll Pop commercials. Oh, we did get it. I just realized that. We got some zinc ore. Okay. Craft a foundation. We need more cordage and we need more planks, which are currently crafting. And then I'm assuming a wood wall is going to be the same. And the command base unit is also going to be some more wood planks. So we're going to have to craft probably more wood planks than what it just told us to. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to queue up as many of those as possible and just continue to kind of roam the map. I guess we're on the edge of the map here now that I look at it. Maybe it wouldn't be the best idea to build on an island that's kind of on the edge of the map. It's probably better to build towards the center of the map. But the map has expanded drastically since the last time I played. So that's really cool. I'm down to explore it a little bit more. I I didn't know that there was magicians added to the game, but it looks like a person just like poofed or something right there. Maybe it was a small meteor from the sky? Fortnite clone? Hello? Whoa, this lake's a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I've just kind of circled back around and I now see this. I think we swam across, like, over there somewhere, maybe? Oh, I'm really lost on where the heck we are. I need to start building soon. Like, really soon. I do want to be close to the snow biome, so let's quickly cross here. And then we will begin our adventures into the building of the game yet again. If I remember correctly, like I said, there's a pretty advanced building and crafting system in place in this game that does give you some good rewarding aspects to it. So I'm hoping to dive into those at some point in this series yet again. This is where I'll remind you, if you're joining just this episode now, there is a playlist link in the description down below to binge watch the entire series all the way through. I always like to remind you, just in case you've missed previous episodes, or obviously you guys can go check back on the first season to see how much the game has changed. That's also something that you can do if you're interested. Always an option. Those videos never disappear. All right? Never. So now I'm just going to try to find my way back to that rock that I originally wanted to build on. 'Cause the more I've traveled around, the more I realize that is where I want to be. But I also need to avoid bears and wolves and all these other mean things along the way. So I do not want to be dead. Being dead is not fun. Ooh, look at this spot. Not worth it, though. Not worth it. Not worth it. I really need to regain some stamina. I'm pretty sure I'm only going to do that by not moving, which is not fun for me. I like to move and continuously be moving all the time. That is something that I love to do. Yes. Okay, retracing my brain. There's a waterfall there, but I don't think it's the same waterfall. But, there's one right here as well. So this might be where I wanted to build before, right here in this spot. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's begin. So it wants us to craft a foundation. It wants us to craft a wall. It wants us to craft a base command unit. That's exactly what I just did for you, game. Now, in return, you need to tell me what to do next after that, because I never have any clue what the heck I'm doing in any video game that I've ever played. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Most of the time I don't. You guys will realize that if you've watched me over the years. Alright, foundation. Okay, so we got some rotations with our numpad. That's not fun, because my numpad has magical abilities, such as this, and this, and this, and that, and yeah, so that's a problem. But maybe we can just kind of like line this up on our own. Let's do just like a little bit of... Can I put it on the rock? I can, but that's kind of weird, no? Oh yeah, especially because there's like material on that rock, but it would be really nice to have a little look-see. I don't want to go too high. Let's do that. That's good. And build a wall here. I kind of want to build a window there. No, that's kind of a crappy spot for a window, and that I look at it. A window here would be really beautiful. And then our base command unit. I'll put it right here. F to open. Oh, okay, so now, yeah, our base is online. It says it up top. That's cool. Base light, floodlight, wood burner, refinery, bed, power generator, plant bed, power storage, mass storage, workbench, fridge, recycler, mass fabricator, animal house. I'm hungry. Eat apple. Yes. Yes. Eat apple. Okay, so our food and water is right here, I'm just realizing. Fruits and veggies and proteins are two completely separate things. Let me drink some water real quick. So our water is on its way up. And we have some feathers. And that's all I'm really seeing right now. So let's see if we can't craft a few more foundations with some more wood planks by hitting some more trees. My favorite thing about every survival game ever. Hitting trees. In the next few days, hunters will start moving into the world. Great. I can't wait to get shot and killed and poked by a whole bunch of hunters that are living in my environment. It's gonna lead to death, but you can also raid those hunters' bases and steal their things too. So if I can hunt the hunters, I could turn out to be the one that comes out on top. That was a really extra long sentence that didn't need to be as long as it was. And now I'm still talking about it. So now that we have a good amount of wood, we can craft a few more planks. Just a handful more, which is nice, which is going to help us craft some more foundations. I want, at least want a 2x2 by the end of today. I don't know if it's going to have a roof on it or not, but we're going to try our best. It does take a lot of wackety-doos with our axity-do right here to get things to build. It takes a lot of hits, so it's gonna be quite a grind, but I'm not unfamiliar with the grind. I'm used to the grind. I've been grinding. I always grind. I'm assuming later down the line, assuming, that's an English word, not what I said before, that isn't, that we can probably get like an upgraded axe or something, because it does seem a little slow. Maybe I just want to like walk up the trees and like one whack it, or maybe craft like a chainsaw or something to get a little bit more wood. It would be nice. But who knows? Maybe not. Maybe we'll. We'll see. We're on an adventure out to find more cordage. That is something that we need. We've always needed. We've since learned that the snow biome is the easiest for me to get plant fibers in, because I'm blind, and even a blind person can find plant fibers in the snow biome, unless I was just lucky, and there isn't many. Who knows? Also, I need to find... Oh, I was gonna say we need to find a way back to base it somehow, but we have a little circle there now. So we can easily do that. This looks like medical supplies, which just turned out to be nails, and not much else. We're really low on proteins. I think we need to craft a bow here in a second. Maybe we shouldn't be working on our foundations and whatnot, because I am very, very dangerously low on protein. So let's go ahead and craft the bow, which is what the game is telling us to do and has been telling us to do for quite a bit of time. Craft some sticks, which is right here. Is it going to craft one stick or a few sticks? One stick for an entire log. I guess that makes sense. Not really, but I guess it does at the same time. And then with that, we need to actually be getting a lot of cordage. We are going to start dying pretty soon, which is not good. We're going to die in our first episode. Or, is that a mountain lion? What in God's name? Okay, that's a mountain lion. I'm thinking, who needs a bow and arrow when you have an M9? Let's just go shoot him with our gun, right? Let's just go kill like a bunny rabbit with our gun, or a chicken or something. Or a wolf. A level 2 wolf? He's dead as heck. Exactly what I needed to do. Oh, F to butcher. Ooh. Ooh. Erg. Okay, that works. Give me all that meat. And then I need to go home and craft ourselves a campfire, which is craftable in which way? I am slightly blind, as we've gone over before. Campfire. We just need 2 more logs. And then we can get some protein going, so that way we don't die. Campfire and a fire starting kit. Ignition source for igniting fires. Single-use item. I guess we're going to need that as well. Good thing we found some of that fuel that we needed to light it up. Can we reload this? How much more shots do we have? It took us about 7 to kill that. So we really need to avoid contact with any other creatures, because we cannot defend ourselves right now. It did say to avoid them for the first couple of days, so we will continue to do that. But like I said, I just needed some food, okay? Maybe I should have killed the cute little bunny rabbit or a squirrel or something first, and not a wolf. Could have gone after the mountain lion as well, but who knows? That looked dangerous. I don't fucks with those lions, dude. All right, I don't. I just don't. Let's see now that we have our campfire here. I'm just gonna go ahead and like put it like out here on the rock. F to open. Ignite. Requires an ignition source. Boop. Ignite. Boop. And is this like fat or something? Yeah, that's fat. That's raw liver. Much better cooked. I don't think I can cook that. And what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit more wood. That way we can keep it lit. Keep it lit, fam. But we're coming across our first nighttime. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. We're just gonna keep warm by the campfire and make sure that we know what we're doing. Put some fuel in there and make sure this thing stays lit throughout the night so we don't get too cold. It is dark as butt cheeks up in here. As dark as a butt cheek can get. They can get pretty dark the further you go in. That was disgusting. I'm so sorry that I said that with my mouth, and my mom would not be proud. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like, and be sure to tell me that you enjoyed it with a comment down below. We will be continuing this series as long as you guys want to see it continued, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Welcome back to the #1 survival game channel. We're back again. We're doing it. Doing it live. Peace out, guys.